Mohammad Marandi. Mohammad, thanks for joining us. Look, one of the complaints, as you know this, the Iranians who have been protesting over the past few years against the government is that Tehran is involved in too many foreign ventures, and quite often they do cite Syria as well as Lebanon. So if this were to be the case, as is being reported in Israel, it may not be that surprising. It could be a good opportunity for Iran, given the pressures that COVID-19 may be placing on your country. Has there been any official reaction?
Well, first of all, polls in Iran carried out by both international organizations as well as local organizations have shown consistently that the Iranians support their policy, the government policy in Syria and Iraq, where Iran has been confronting ISIS and Al-Qaeda, and Iran is probably by far the most important factor in defeating ISIS, both in Syria and Iraq. And Iran only entered Syria in 2013, and that was well after the 2012 U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency document, which admitted that from very early on, it was the extremists that were the dominant fighting force, and that U.S. allies were supporting the extremists. And later on, General Michael Flynn admitted that the United States took a willful decision to support its allies in the region in creating this Salafist entity between Syria and Iraq, as the Defense Intelligence Agency document states, which turns out to be ISIS between Syria and Iraq.
What would your reading be of reports that say Russia's President Vladimir Putin is also wary of Iran's presence in Syria? Because as the two main international backers of the regime of Bashar al-Assad, the reports say that Putin is worried that once the dust settles in the Syrian conflict, Iran may have more influence than he has.
Well, first of all, I should point out that the Israeli regime has not struck Iranian targets, nor has it struck targets affiliated to Iran. What they do is they strike Syrian targets, and they use Iran's name, or Hezbollah, to justify it, although it's still illegal because Syria is a sovereign country, and if they invite Iranians or anyone else in the country, it is their right in accordance with within the framework of international law. So any strike by the Israeli regime is illegal and illegitimate. And the recent strike, which had nothing to do with Iranian forces and nothing to do with Hezbollah, was against Syrian military positions, which were near areas that continue to be occupied by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, which, as you know, is the former official Al-Qaeda branch in Syria. With regards to Russia, the media reports about Iran and Russia having deep divisions, or the Russians having deep divisions with the Syrian government, I don't think any of those should be taken seriously. The reality on the ground is that the Iranians are in Syria because of ISIS and Al-Qaeda, because of the extremists, because of the black flags, and the Iranians were in Iraq for the very same reason. And if it wasn't for Iran, probably we'd have black flags flying over Damascus today, as well as over Baghdad.
Mohammad, thank you. It's good to see you. Mohammad Marandi, political analyst at the University of Tehran.